What's going on, everybody? Diallo Rich TV back with another video, and in today's video we'll be discussing some reports out right now. This is via Athletic, where it says that the Los Angeles Lakers are eyeing Dennis Schroeder. This article is per Bleacher Report Adam Wells. So it says Laker rumors Dennis Schroeder interests LA as backup point guard if bought out by the Houston Rockets. After failing to make a move before Thursday's trade deadline, the Los Angeles Lakers are holding out hope that roster upgrades will be available on the buyout market. Per the Athletics' Jovan Boha, the Lakers have interest in bringing back Dennis Schroeder if he gets bought out by the Houston Rockets. Schroeder, Ennis Freedom, and Bruno Fernando were traded by the Boston Celtics to the Rockets for Daniel Theis on Thursday. The Lakers tried to make a deal with Houston before the deadline, but Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports reported they rejected the Rockets' request to include their 2027 first-round draft pick as part of a package with Russell Westbrook for John Wall. Per the Athletic, Bill Orm, Los Angeles kicked the tires on a deal with the Celtics for Schroeder. Speaking to reporters on Thursday evening, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka said they were aggressive and a lot of conversations to make a deal, but ultimately we didn't find a deal that had a positive net effect for the short-term success of the team and the long-term, and those are both things we consider, Rob Pelinka explained. So if you guys would like to read the full article, the link is in the description box. Now, there were a lot of fans out there where you have to differentiate, between the Bronxexuals and the Los Angeles Lakers fans, because there's a total difference. There's the LeBron James, there's the Los Angeles LeBrons, and there's the Los Angeles Laker fans. And I so happen to fall under that category of the diehard Laker fans. Now, a lot of Laker fans were highly upset at the fact that the Lakers were unable to make a deal at the February 10th trade deadline, which was yesterday at 3 o'clock. However, the Lakers refused to give up that, 2027 pick, the first round pick. And like I said, the Bronxexuals were upset because the Lakers refused to give up that pick. But it just doesn't make sense when you're thinking about long term. The Lakers aren't going to bow down, and they're not going to deplete their entire roster and their assets just for short-term success. Like I said, there's no way to correct this. They're not going to be able to bring in John Wall, and John Wall is just going to all of a sudden be able to just correct the issues that the Lakers have. It's not going to fix that. That's not going to happen overnight to where you're just going to insert John Wall, and John Wall is going to, be able to right the wrongs that the Lakers have. The Lakers are trash right now, and there's nothing that John Wall could do, because essentially you're bringing in the same exact player. See, this is not NBA 2K, like fans, and then when you point out these things, people get upset. But John Wall is not going to make any difference over Russell Westbrook. So it was no point of making a panic move. That's exactly what it been, a panic move. And the Lakers just need to see things through. They just need to finish it out. But Dennis Schroeder, this goes back. Now, all of a sudden, players go elsewhere and they play more team basketball, and now the Lakers want them back. When I was the one who went on record and said Dennis Schroeder, he was one of the ones who changed the momentum in the playoff series. That's why they want to bring him back. Great six-man. Give you quality minutes off the bench. Good scorer. Great at attacking the basket. Great decision maker. You shouldn't have got rid of him in the first place. If I'm Dennis Schroeder, I wouldn't want to come back. And I'm being honest as a Laker fan. Would I want Dennis Schroeder back? Absolutely. But, however, what we need to start doing is appreciating the talent that we have when it's here. And if y'all don't like it, so be it. But we got to start appreciating these guys while they're here. Malik Monk, playing out his mind, needs to be appreciated. A lot of the guys that weren't here, Rajon Rondo, everybody criticized and said this about Rondo and said how the Lakers were going to win the trade and all this. And I went on record and said the Lakers They lost the trade. It wasn't even a big trade because Rondo's not a big name point guard, but they lost the trade because Rondo is an asset. He's a great ball handler. He's a great decision maker. High basketball IQ. But Dennis Schroeder's not going to fix anything because it's the system. Dennis Schroeder is not going to come in here and help the Lakers. Our system is broken. Players don't know their role. Everybody's trying to go out there and average 20 and 35 points. But I think Dennis Schroeder is a solid player, good role player, and he'll give quality minutes, but it's still not going to work. He'll work for the short term, but it's not going to work. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box. Like, share, subscribe, and out.